All right, we're looking at 5 games today. It's a real small slate. Again, they're getting back after the break, so there are some games. I think there's 25 or something, somewhere around there. But there are some decent ones. So I do have 5 things I do actually like here. Let's start with Coppin State at Maryland. Coppin State getting 31 points. Coppin is probably, they're in that conversation for the worst team in all of college basketball. But Maryland, as I keep saying, has been a disappointment. They've won a couple games lately. I don't know if they're actually going to get out of their funk and play well the rest of the year. I have no idea. But offensively, they've been a mess. And they are giving 31 points. It just seems kind of crazy to me. That they can give up 31 points to anyone, and it win 160, whatever. But right now, I think it's smart to take Coppin. It's also, again, that first game after that long break. It's Maryland's last cupcake gang before the Big Ten starts, which happens to be Purdue. So I'm also kind of hoping they're looking ahead of that, and they're just, kind of glide through this one a little bit. And win 28 points or whatever, I pull it off. That's what I'm hoping for. So I'm going to go with Coppin State. Game 2 is Texas Tech at home against Sam Houston. Tech is a 16.5 point favorite. Again, big number, big home number. But Sam Houston's, again, they're not a very good team, but their offensive efficiency is right around the 300 mark out of 360 whatever. And the way Texas Tech's been playing D, holding a lot of teams to 50 and 60 points, I have a feeling Sam Houston to be somewhere in the 50s. So even if they say they're 59 points, then I try to look at that as like, well, does that mean that Texas Tech can get to 75? Well, against the 243rd. Best D, I think they can, but playing pretty well lately, so I think they can pull off 17-point win. So I'm going to go with Texas Tech. Thirdly, Oregon State are actually at home against UCLA. They're getting 6.5 points. And I think it was last week when I think it was Northridge. I took the cover against UCLA because they're a mess. And then they not only covered it, they won it. And then UCLA actually lost to Maryland, which again hasn't been playing very well. So the idea that UCLA is actually favored on the road in a conference game against anybody, I don't really understand what's going on there. So I'm going to take Oregon State at home and getting 6.5 points. Take it. Plus they're 8-3. They won 5 straight. They just played pretty well. So I'm going to give that a shot. And then go back to Cal State Northridge. They are actually at Cal Poly. Northridge is actually a pretty good team. They played a really bad schedule, and that was my only a little bit of a concern when they played that UCLA game, but then apparently it didn't matter because they won it outright. But yeah, their schedule will tell you they haven't played very much, but they played really, really well. So they are actually giving 3.5 points at Cal Poly. If you look at the stats, it's kind of a night and day. It looks like they're a heck of a lot better team than 3.5 points, even on the road. Interesting stat that kind of popped up is Northridge has not scored under 70 points in any game this season, which is kind of impressive. Even even if you're playing a lighter schedule, you think you're going to have a bad games here and there, but so far they've been pretty impressive. Have not scored under 70 in any game. Cal Poly has only hit 70 like 4 times this year. I think one was at least Division I games, and one was an OT game, and I think 2 were right at 70. So it just kind of seems like a no-brainer to me. Again, no, it's a road favorite, but they're just a much better team. So I think they're going to win it by at least 4 points. So yeah, those 4, and then I have actually one total. I was looking at the Tennessee Martin and Tennessee State game. It's 161.5, 161.5 is the total. I'd like the under here. If you start looking at their what they score and allow throughout the year, it's that 160 kind of makes sense. But one thing, but I know Penn State Tennessee State is actually favored in this game, and they haven't scored. Matter of fact, I actually looked. One of the stats that kind of came out to me is they have not scored over 71 points. I know in the last 4 Division I games that they played, and I think only a couple all year. So I know Tennessee Martin likes to play a little up tempo, and they do like to score, but it kind of I can't see both teams hitting 80 here. I just can't see it. Tennessee State is playing at home, favored to win. I don't see them hitting 80, so therefore I don't expect Tennessee Martin to hit it. So are both teams going to be in the 70s or something like that? Probably, but you're looking at 145 to 150 points, well into the 161.5. So those are the 5 I'm going to go with, and as I always, something crazy happens, it happens. But I said these all actually make sense to me. So good luck.